friends, welcome to Bella Stitchery. Today I'm going to show you how to use all of those washi tapes you've been saving for a rainy day to make cute backgrounds for cards. And I'm actually really excited about this card because I don't usually know what they are going to turn out like until after I've made it on the video. So this is taped after the demo part of it, and I love it. I think it's so cute and happy. And this printable I'm going to have in my blog. The links to all the materials I'll have in the description. And I would love for you to subscribe to my channel before we get started, but I can't wait to show you how easy this is, and I absolutely love it. Every time I see it, it makes me smile. Let's go make stuff. So the first thing I did was to cut my sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock in half, fold it over to make my card. Now, this is a smaller piece of white cardstock. It's roughly 3 3/4 by 5 inches so that it'll nest nicely on my card base. See, like so? Then you're gonna take any kind of washi tape. I'm sure you have a bunch. I have more than I'd like to admit. I don't know what happens. I hardly ever use it, but I see it at stores or there'll be some kind of sale online and I'm like, oh, that's a cute print. I'm sure I'll use it for everything. So here we are. Look at this one still in the package. But I do love Tim Holtz, basically everything. So I have some of these, as you can see, several of these. And this is kind of a holographic pattern. It's Scotch brand. I'll try to find a link to this too, but I just thought it worked really well. So I'm going to use a variety of things here. And what I found to be easier was to use a splat mat, sticky mat, something that isn't necessarily going to tape your card project to the table. I say that because I did that yesterday. So I'm going to use a splat mat, much loved splat mat here. You're going to take your top sheet, and what I did was I just started pulling some tape, start in one corner and do kind of an angling technique here. You can rip this, as you know, if you've worked with washi tape, or you can cut it like so. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take my next one, and we're just gonna make stripes all the way down the card. You could also do this straight across if you wanted to, I don't know, make checkerboard patterns, whatever. I like to put part of the washi tape off of the paper so that I could wrap it around the back when I'm done. If you've used washi tape before, while they are adorable and kind of fun to use because, again, who doesn't love rolls of stickers or tape? I don't know. Everybody loves that, right? My kids love tape. I can't even keep packing tape in the house because they use it for everything. So I like... Sorry, I'm getting distracted with my own sticking here. The reason I like to wrap it around the end is because it's not super sticky. So if I just cut it here, it might start to peel up. So I'm going to wrap it around so that it's secure on the back. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to finish the rest of these rows and I will check back with you for the next step. Okay, I'm back. Now, what I'm gonna do is carefully pull up my card. As you can see, this does get a little tricky if you're working on like a wood table or on another piece of paper. You might just have a whole different project. Then it's just gonna be part of it. It's gonna be basically just a collage. That happens. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this up gently. Now I'm gonna flip this over and tuck all of these pieces down like so. That way I have a nice clean edge to my card. So I'm going to also do all this fun stuff in Fast Forward Beauty, and I'll be back. Bye. All right, welcome back. Look at how cute. Isn't that cute? I kind of think this would be fun to do just on a giant piece of scrapbook paper too, because I don't know, I just kind of love it. Okay, so let me move my splat mat here and we'll do the next step of putting it all together. So I'm gonna take my black card here. I like to give this a little dimension. There's not gonna be a ton of embellishments on this because I don't wanna lose all this pattern that we made. So I'm going to use some packaging from good old USPS here for some dimension on the back of this. So I'm just gonna cut this roughly to fit. You can use art glitter glue, you could use hot glue. I like hot glue for this because it's quick drying and it sticks pretty well. Okay, now for the next part, because I'm also not that good at placing things that aren't crooked, I'm going to use art glitter glue to actually adhere this to my card. Because every time I use hot glue for something like this, especially if I know there are witnesses, my card is always lopsided. And then I have to like rip the thing apart. It's not pretty. I'm like, well, new card base, take two. Okay, so this lets me move it a little bit if I need to. Okay, so we're gonna put that there like so. Already adorable. You could just leave it like this. You could just put a sentiment on there, a button. I don't know. I kind of like it. I think it's kind of rad, kind of cool. Okay, but we're not gonna stop there. I found this cute printable. How cute. I'll put a link to this in the image if you want it on my blog and Facebook page too. So it is, let me see how big I printed this. If you're curious, it is about 3 inches. So if you want it this size, 3 inches. Okay, I'm gonna put her roughly here. Then I also have this smile chipboard that is from Scrapaholics. I love all these phrases, so cute. Life Moments word set. I'll have a link to this to the Amazon shop for these chipboard pieces. I'm gonna paint this though because I want it to kind of pop off of this black and white. So what I'm gonna use is some Dilutions ink, and I'm trying to decide. Pomegranate seed looks promising. Something kind of brighter maybe. Oh my gosh, look at that pink. Ooh, I kind of like this pink. Okay, let's try this pink. This is bubblegum pink, and let's see how it looks. Because that's how we roll, right? So you could spray, these are ink sprays. If you haven't used this before, this is a Dilutions brand. Really great colors. But you could also just dip a paintbrush into it if you want to paint something like this without spraying it and losing a lot of that ink. So let me get a paintbrush. And I'm just gonna dip it directly into the ink bottle and put it on my smile. I actually do like this color, so we're gonna do this. Ooh, so fun. This is called bubblegum pink, and they're not wrong. Now, I don't know if you use a lot of these inks for other things too. I use them a lot for mixed media. I also use them to color wrinkled ribbon seam binding. It's a lot of fun. I have a video about that if you want to check it out on my YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's put this back together. Lots of messy projects. Okay, then just gonna kind of see where I want this. I'm gonna use art glitter glue for this too because this dries clear, and sometimes these kind of tinier, oh gosh, tiny die cuts. I use a lot of tiny die cuts, butterflies, titles. It's really hard to use lots of different kinds of glues like hot glue without it looking really messy. So I'm gonna put this right here, my little smile. And you probably, a little tip would be to let that dry first. But I like to live on the edge and just go for it. Doesn't always work out. Sometimes I act a little too fast and put wet painted stuff on my papers, and then I just have to cover little patches up with flowers. You know, depends how risky you want to live your life. And then the last thing I'm going to do is add some little pretties, little embellishments here and there. I just can't help but embellish. I know it's a busy card already, but it's hard to just leave good enough alone. I never know when to edit or stop. I also never know when to edit what I say, which is why, again, I'm terrified of doing Facebook Live. But I think this looks great. and there were no tragedies. So we're good. Put this here. And oopsie. I spoke too soon. I put too much glue down. Okay, there we go. Cuteness, 100% adorable. How cute! Oh my gosh, I love it. So this is my card, and I got to use products I've been hoarding. That's a win all around. Like I said, I'll have links to the various things here, items, if you want any of this kind of washi tape or glues or anything like that. I also have a link to my blog in the description if you want this printable. I'll put a couple more there too because I just love this style. But let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. Let's chat. Subscribe to my channel so you can see all the new videos as they come out. You'll be alerted as they list. Check it out. Try it out. Let's make some stuff. Bye.